The Good, the Bad, the Weird seems to be coming to the end of a very limited release. So the question you need to ask is, should I make the effort to try and catch it? And if you tend to agree with my reviews, then I would say the answer is probably yes. You really need to understand what kind of film this is. It's a little bit like Kung Fu Hustle in the sort of chaotic structure and crazy characters and high number of ideas per square scene. But then it's also got the sort of brutality and violence of Wanted. So, like some other films of this type, it's not perfect. There are characters which are introduced and seem to be important and then kind of disappear. And in chases, sometimes people catch up with the person they're after, or they get away, not for any particular reason, just because it was convenient for the plot at the time. But that doesn't mean it's bad, because there's so much other things about it that are really cool. In particular, the way characters are kind of like top trump cards, where they're really, really amazing at something, and the trick with these top trump type things is how do you show that somebody's incredibly amazing? Well, they've got a few kind of cool and clever ways of doing that. The other thing that's really important to note here is I think Ji-Woon Kim is almost as good as Timo Beck-Membertov at taking really cool choreographed action and filming it in a way that enhances it rather than just making it harder to understand. Other things that are cool are the soundtrack, the general style and panache of everything, the pace, the continuous level of entertainment. And there really need to be more films like this in the cinema constantly. That's where I recommend you see it. And when you do see it in the cinema, I recommend sitting perhaps just a bit back from the middle, because there's some quite close-up crazy action and you need to appreciate that fully. So overall, I'm giving it 67 out of 100 for the story because there's a few silly things, but overall it more than makes up for it with all kinds of panache and craziness, and I give it 86 out of 100.